Let's do a simple exercise together to examine the relationship between postural alignment and strength. And we need to sit on a hard surface. We don't want a soft chair, because what we need to do is to be able to sit on our sits bones. And if you don't know how to find your sits bones, you should check out a video that explains how to do so. I also want you to get yourself some way, a little table or something that you can set a weight on. And we're going to use something that most people would have. This is a gallon of water. You can go with a half gallon or whatever. It kind of doesn't really matter so much, because what we're going to do is examine what happens when we add load to a system that is in alignment versus load to a system that is out of alignment. So once we find our sits bones, we want to make sure that our pelvic girdle is rotated forward to where we are sitting directly on our sits bones with our weight slightly forward, which would equate to a good active posture for most activities. So I want you to just relax into that posture. I want you to relax the muscles in your back, upper back, mid back, lower back. Then I want you to relax your shoulders. I want you to relax your chest muscles and even your abdominals. What I want you to feel is that you're able to maintain posture with most of your external musculature, or your most external musculature, relaxed. So we're maintaining our posture from the inside. So now I want you to reach over and pick up your weight and feel how that added load feels. And I want you to take that weight and put it in both hands and examine how you're able to load a structure that is in alignment. Bring it to the other hand. Feel that. Bring it back to the middle. Bring it over your head. Hold that. Bring it behind you. Bring it back around. Bring it back over and sit it down. So there was an element within that was holding posture as the external musculature was dealing with the act of moving load around. But load was being primarily handled through the midline of our body, through our good posture. Now, what happens when we don't have good posture? So let's take our pelvic girdle and sit back on our tailbone. So now we don't have good alignment. We don't have what we would call good posture. So now, reach over and pick up that same weight. And notice how much heavier it is, number one, but also how you're having to recruit additional muscles to even pick it up. So let's go back to a good alignment, sitting on our sits bones, and pick up that weight. Notice how that feels. Let's sit on our tailbones, not good alignment, and pick up that same weight, and notice it's much heavier, but also I'm having to recruit additional muscles to hold it up. So let's bring that to the center. Let's bring it over and just get an understanding of the additional requirements you're placing on your body by being out of alignment. Let's bring it up. That's a lot of work. Let's bring it back behind. That's a lot of work. Let's bring it back around. And let's sit that guy down. So if this is your normal posture, you're slumped, your head is forward, then what you're essentially doing is adding additional work requirements to your entire body. And then if you're going to run, or if you're going to lift weights, or if you're going to do really anything that is adding external load, if you're in a poor position, then you're making that load much heavier on your body, as opposed to if you're in a good alignment, then your body is better positioned to deal with all of the various loads that may pass through your body. So that's a simple example of how posture and alignment can affect strength. If I'm out of alignment, it requires a lot more strength to do the same task than if I am in alignment.